a contribution to cricket that spans over 4 decades, it is my great pleasure to induct Justin Langer into the Australian Cricket Hall of Fame.
So today is all about thank yous for me. Thank you. Firstly, I'm so grateful to have received this award at the MCG. When I was 11 years old, I watched Dennis Lillee clean bowl Sir Vivian Richards on the last ball of the day in 1981 at the Boxing Day Test here, and that was the day I thought I'd love to play Test cricket. So to be here today, and the venue where only a week or a couple of weeks ago we had that incredible retaining the Ashes and Scotty Boland, the electricity of the MCG. So to be standing here again, I'm very thankful for that. I'm incredibly thankful to the selection committee. There's so many great Australian players who have been who could be inducted. So I'm humbled that I was chosen. So to the selection committee, thank you. I think it's really important on a day like this to thank all the clubs I've played for, from the Warwick Junior Cricket Club to the Streno Duncraig Cricket Club to the Scarborough Cricket Club's like my second home, and it's taught me so many of my friends and memories from the Scarborough Cricket Club. I wouldn't be here without those cricket clubs, including the cricket clubs in England, where helped me develop as a player and a person. So to the cricket clubs, the grassroots, I'm very thankful for that. I'm incredibly grateful for the captains I've had. I think about Allan Border and Mark Taylor and Steve Waugh and Ricky Ponting. The person I am today, or the cricket person I am today, has a great deal to do with those great captains that I played under, and I'm really thankful for them, as I am for the coaches I've had. Coaches from Bobby Simpson, John Buchanan, Wayne Clark, Darryl Foster in WA, really had a big impact. So the coaches I've had, and I wouldn't be here as a coach today if it wasn't for the lessons I learned from the coaches. So to all the coaches I've had, I'm really thankful. You never do anything without teammates, and I've played with some unbelievable teammates. I played in an extraordinary era of Australian cricket. I played in some great times with West Australian cricket. So to all my teammates I've played with, thank you. Special mention, I guess, to Ricky, Steve Waugh, Haydos, Damien Martin, Shane Warne. Who have I missed? Who else? Glenn McGrath. These amazing teammates. They're like my brothers. There's a lot more I could do, but without my teammates, I'm really thankful. I'm thankful for all the incredible mentors I've had, coaches, mentors. I would not be here at the MCG today receiving this award without you. Sometimes you were really tough on me, but that honesty I've treasured, and I've got to me where I am now. So Neil Holder, the Muleymans, the Muleman family, Steve Smith, Vic Smith, the great coaches, mentors, thank you so much. As I said, I would not be here, the person I am today, without you. And of course, to my family and my friends, you've always got my back. You've always got my back, and some of those mentors and teammates I talked about, you still choose to have my back to this very day, and I'm so thankful for that. For my parents, my brothers and my sister, I know how proud you are of my achievements, and I love you very much. And then of course to my 4 daughters, I worry all the time, even to this day. I worry every single day for the last 30 years or 25 years in the case of my kids, that being away so much would have an effect on my daughters. But I know they've all grown up to be beautiful young ladies, and I'm amazingly lucky, and I know how proud you all are. And they couldn't have done it without an amazing mum, and Sue, my wife, who's been through the ups and downs of the whole journey. It's a brutal industry, it's a tough industry, but Sue and the girls, thank you so much. I love you very much. I said at the very start, Dennis Lillee bowling Sir Vivian Richards on that last ball at the MCG. They're my heroes, and I played my first A-grade game. I faced Terry Alderman as a 15-year-old. Kim Hughes was in first slip. Dennis Lillee played, he was in the team I was playing with for Scarborough. Greg Shippard was the captain. All my heroes, and what I see now as the Australian cricket coach, and I love it. My favourite part of the job is seeing what the guys produce in the TVs at the grounds, and I see the smiles on the kids' faces. I still see it as the Australian cricket coach today. The smiles on the faces of the kids, the the mums and dads of the kids who are here seeing their heroes on the TVs or at the cricket grounds. It's all about heroes, and the game of cricket in Australia will keep thriving if we keep producing these heroes. I wouldn't be here without them, and the next generation of kids also. They'll keep growing in Australian cricket because of the heroes we've got today. So to all my heroes, who are now some of my friends and my mentors, thank you very much. I wouldn't be here without you, so thank you so much. It's incredibly humbling, and I know a lot of people who receive these awards say the same thing, but it actually is. If you look at the list of people who have been inducted, I looked at it this morning, I was, whoa. When I set out on this journey of playing cricket, I'd never expect to be to be inducted like this. So it's amazing what happens if you work hard and you keep dreaming big and stay determined. It's a tough business, but it's incredibly humbling to be here now.
You mentioned Lillee before. Who have been some of the biggest figures and individuals who've had an impact on your cricketing journey?
The biggest hero, or the biggest... When I was a kid, I used to watch the Ashes on the black and white telly and drink Milo at night, like watching Wimbledon, the Ashes back in England. But Lillee, Rod Marsh, Kim Hughes, Allan, the list goes on. And the most amazing thing, the thing I love about Australian cricket is that they were my heroes, and now I actually classify them, sort of went from heroes to coaches or mentors, and now to be mates. And I just love that. And it's the same with some of the guys I played with, Steve Waugh, Shane Warne, Adam Gilchrist. How lucky am I to have played with those guys? So they've all had a huge impact. I've had personal people at home who have helped me so much through this journey, and I'm just so lucky. I literally would not be here without those incredible people in my life.
Do you pinch yourself if you're having a beer with Lillee?
Oh man, and not just Lillee, Allan, but all of them. We did a brilliant thing about 12 months ago. I had a luncheon with Jeff Marsh, Tom Moody and Adam Gilchrist. And we're having a luncheon, and it was in the winter, and we decided that we're going to FaceTime every player who went on the 1989 Ashes tour. And we're sitting there, we've got Tim May, who's in America. He had about 3 cigarettes while we're talking to him. Carl Rackham, and then we're talking to Allan Border and David Boone on FaceTime, and Gilly and I go, we're talking to Allan Border, we're talking to David Boone. And we went through the whole list, and it turned out to be one of the great afternoons of our lives. But I pinch myself every time. I pinch myself that I'm just so lucky to have been in Australian cricket for as long as I had and met the incredible people that I have.
Is it a pinch you moment to realise you're that person for other people?
Yeah, but see, I never see it like that. And honestly, it's hard to imagine that. But for me, it's, yeah. I mean, as I talked about in my induction speech, that heroes are so important. And, if we can keep getting the kids smiling and loving cricket, that's a big part of our job.
What does it mean to be inducted alongside someone like Raylene Thompson?
Yeah, I looked up Raylene. I researched Raylene. She's a pioneer of the game, and I'm sure, like so many women, they're so proud of what's happening in women's cricket at the moment. There's a test match started this morning. You imagine the 80,000 people here for the World Cup a couple of years ago. I'm sure. And with 4 daughters, I'm so pumped to see women's cricket just blossoming like it is. So I'm sure Raylene will be feeling like that. I remember I often say this, when the first time I came to the MCG, I walked in, it took my breath away. I just went, mate, I've been to the Taj Mahal, and I had the same feeling when I came to the MCG for the first time, and I feel it every time. I mean, I can't believe I'm standing here on the MCG now. And one of my favourite memories of the MCG is that I've probably done, as a player and a coach, 15 or 16 or 17 Boxing Day test matches. Maddie, Hayden and I, on Christmas morning, we used to walk out here with our shoes and socks off and stand in the middle of the pitch, and we're untouchable. We're in the middle of the MCG with our socks off on Christmas morning, and then my kids would come out, and then to play a Boxing Day test match, you're alive. And you can't, it's so hard to replicate in life, being at the MCG on Boxing Day and the national anthem and the MCG, seriously.
MCG people, that makes me want to cry. You've thanked your family and others. Is there anyone else you'd like to thank?
I literally, and I've said this for the last, I don't know, 25 years, I literally would not be here. And I could sit here for the next hour and talk about the people that impact on my life, but they know who they are, and that's important, and I know they've always got my back, and I love them very much for that.
What are some of your favourite memories in your career?
MCG?
Anywhere. But I will ask you some specific MCG questions later.
Oh, I think my test debut, baptism of fire, Adelaide Oval. It's a miracle. In the modern game, I got hit in the helmet about 3 times. I probably wouldn't have been playing that game, but it was a different time then. And my test debut, 1999 in Hobart with Adam Gilchrist in his second game. He's a freak. It's like Gilly walks out in test cricket with a pair of Speedos on, a pair of budgie smugglers, like seriously, because it's just like he was playing backyard cricket. You know, it was like, he made it look so easy, and we had an amazing test there. My highest test score was here, 250 against England. Another unbelievable moment. I think retiring, I was actually embarrassed to retire with Shane Warne and Glenn McGrath at the SCG when we beat England 5-0. I mean, they were 2 of the all-time greats of the game, so I felt a bit funny about that, but it was still nice to go out with those 2 legends, just to play with those guys, and to play in an era of cricket where we won so many games of test cricket. You know, it was, what do you say? And it's more fun winning than losing. I know that. As a player and as a coach, it's more fun winning than losing. So yeah, just I've got books worth of stories or memories, and that's the beautiful thing about the game. You know, you have great friendships, great memories, and you earn respect. And hopefully, I've done that.
And what's the difference being a coach?
The thing about being the difference, one, you can never you can never exchange what you get from being a player. It's the greatest thing in the world. It's hard, and it's just, you know, there's nothing like being a player. But as a coach, I'm lucky to still be involved in the game and be here on Boxing Day morning and be with the national anthem and the welcome to country, and to sit and watch from the best seats or the second best seats in the house. So. But the difference is when you're a player, if you watch the ball and make runs, you're in control of it. When you're the coach, you've got to hope that everyone's watching the ball and hope they're hitting the right length, and you know, you get prepared. But I am so fortunate to be still involved in the game, and again, for that I'm very thankful.